Studnick Aquatics here. This is the 75-gallon coral reef build, and the coral inserts are temporary. Eventually I will be converting that over. But anyway, I thought I'd visit a little bit about how I am cycling this aquarium. I do not have the ability to do it with fish, because in order to do it with fish, you have to have a fish store near you, and I have nothing. The closest pet store I have that carries fish is a 2.5-hour drive one way. And all that is a Petco does carry some saltwater fish. There's a PetSmart, but it doesn't. There's no mom and pop stores anymore. So it's a 5-hour round trip drive just to go buy like one damsel to put in here, or 2 or 3, to cycle this aquarium in order to get this system going. So I'm going to go with cycling this aquarium without using fish. And what I'm using is just regular ammonia. It's 100% ammonia. Make sure it doesn't have any other stuff in it, no perfumes, nothing, and make sure it is just straight ammonia. And basically this is a 75-gallon tank. So what I've done, I add 5 drops of ammonia for every 10 gallons of aquarium water. This is a 75-gallon tank. I figured the structures and the sand probably take up 5 gallons, so that gives me 70 gallons, and 5 drops per gallon, 35 drops. So I put 35 drops of ammonia in this tank today. The other thing that I did is I went ahead and I added my Carib Sea Agra Alive sand. I wanted to put a little bit of sand on top of that crushed coral that I put in there. And you do not rinse that. You want all those goodies in there. So I do have that in there. The other thing I've done is I've seeded this aquarium. And by that I mean that I've taken some media out of a saltwater aquarium I have downstairs in my fish room, and it's loaded with nitrifying bacteria. It's been set up for years, and I put it inside this little mesh bag and threw it inside this filter. So that will actually keep that bacteria alive by having that ammonia in there. You need the ammonia in the tank in order to keep the bacteria alive, because that's what the bacteria feeds on. And what I do is I continue to put approximately 4 to 5 drops per gallon every day until I start to show some nitrites. When I start to show nitrites, that means the bacteria has developed to the point where the ammonia is being converted into nitrites. And once that happens, then I will drop the ammonia down to 2 to 3 drops per day per 10 gallons. And I will continue that, and the nitrates will then spike, and then they'll crash. So what happens is your ammonia will start out at 0, it'll peak real high, and then it'll go to 0. And when it goes to 0, your nitrites will start to rise a little bit prior to that. And when it drops to 0, then you can add fish. I could order fish online, but pretty much every site that's reputable, it's $140 to $160 order in order to have free shipping. And so it doesn't pay for me to order less than that, because this is how I'm going to be getting my fish. Plus, I don't want to get the fish I'm planning on putting in here and be stressing them with this cycle. So I am going to cycle this without fish. I will do my tests every single day. And once I get the thing established and everything is going and my bacteria is alive, I will be testing it once a week forever. I will be testing ammonia, nitrites, nitrates, pH, calcium, phosphates, carb alkalinity, and magnesium. So that's what I've got going now. It's pretty cloudy because I just added that sand, but it's looking pretty good. Another thing I did, since each one of these lights is separate and they're on a timer, I took one of them, put it on its own timer that comes on approximately a half hour before the others and then goes off a half hour after. So I'm not going to be fading in and out of sunrise, sunset, but that kind of helps a little bit. Instead of just having all 6 lights go off when it's dark tonight at 10 o'clock, 5 of them will go off, and one of them will stay on for a little while longer to kind of ease them into darkness. And same way with bringing them in the morning. So anyway, things are going well. I did move my phosphate reactor up here. I was having problems with my hoses reaching and getting kinks in them and stuff, and I went ahead and added those on there, and it is tumbling just about right. It's just moving just a little bit, so that's going to work out really, really well. I did get this mounted up here so it doesn't fall off. The other thing I did is on my water change system, if you watch my videos, I flip a switch and then it pumps water in here. The key is you have to make sure that this return hose is not in the water. If it's in the water, it'll start to back siphon. So I need to pick up a check valve so that I can fix that. So anyway, that's where I'm at right now. And basically, I'm going to watch this tank cycle and then I will be adding more to this later. So this is Studnick Aquatics. Thanks for watching.